Hello and welcome to your soul weather forecast. This is a general message that's timeless, so whenever you find it, there might be something in this message for you. This is an overall all signs energy reading. This is for anyone that finds it when you find it. Now, remember, this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest, since we're all in different places and all on different timelines. So you may be on a different timeline, so I suggest you watch whatever videos that you're drawn to at this time. If you are drawn to click on this reading, there might be one little nugget of wisdom that I might impart during this video that might mean something to you. So I implore you and hope that you'll stay tuned. So the way we do these readings, we're going to pull our oracle card. I use the Enchanted Oracle deck for our oracle card message, and I think this is the first time this card has come out in these readings. This is 34 Spark. I love so much about this card. I love that this is the bow to this violin is almost like an arrow with hearts. It's like hearts. And so I really feel, and I like the spark, because this gives me, even this little butterfly in here, down here, that has that little red tail, the spark. I feel like there's transformation coming in relationships. There's a big transformation coming, and I have a feeling it has to do with our heart chakra. We're going to go ahead and see what else we get with, we're going to pull an emoji card, and then we're going to dive right into our tarot, pull some baseline energy with some clarification, and see what we have this week. What do we got? Our emoji card. What is our emoji card for this week, please? Ooh, unexpected, the unexpected. And I really feel that. I feel like there's a transformation coming. I feel like there's this transformative energy. I'm really feeling really strongly. And I'm feeling like this sense of excitement. When I sat down here, I was just kind of a little ho-hum, but I'm really feeling like my energy is really picked up since I pulled that oracle card. So let's go ahead. We're going to use the light Seer deck to do our baseline energy this week. Let's see, 3 cards for our baseline energy. What do we got here, universe? What can go with this spark card? What message do you want to portray, or relay, I should say? Relay. The Empress. Ooh, that came out in the love vibes, if you've watched that or not. And then I'm getting that same kind of feeling, that excitement I almost felt off of the weekend love vibes when I did that reading. And the Empress came out there as well, and we have the Page of Wands. I really feel like in Judgment, I really feel like this is really honestly a relationship, mostly relationship focused message this week. So if you're not here for relationship stuff, or don't have any issues with your current relationship, or not waiting to hear from somebody or something like that, this message may not be for you this week. For some reason, I'm being drawn to draw a card from the Essential Oil deck, so we're gonna go with it because I'm feeling the need to pull one of these cards. So we're gonna see what we get. I typically don't do this for this reading, but I'm gonna go with it because it's telling me to do that. So Awaken. We have Spark and Awaken. I told you I felt like something was shifting, something's changing, and we have Yang. I'm not pronouncing this right. I'm sure this, and I know this is an herb, Yang. So you may not pronounce, maybe you don't pronounce the L. I don't know. You feel free to correct me down below on how that's supposed to be pronounced if you feel like it. I definitely am not the best. I am from the Midwest, and I will be the first to tell you I'm a bit of a hick and a redneck, so I do not pronounce things very well. So this says the trigger statement is, I don't know what to do, but the true statement is, every moment is a new opportunity. Take time today to engage your senses and create. The tension that has been dividing your head and your heart is leaving. Isn't that, oh my God, just got chills. Isn't that absolutely perfect with what I just said? I on this oracle card, on the other oracle card, about the fact that our heart chakra is opening up, that something's shifting, something's transforming, and you just need to trust that there is the possibility of new, of hope, of something shifting. And I know right now we've just had some different shifts in planetary alignments, and I think it was Venus just moved into Taurus, and I think there was another planet that just shifted into another sign. I'm sorry, I'm not an astrologer. You'll have to go, listen to astrologers if you want to know more about that. But I know there's been a few planets that have shifted into other signs and stuff just this week. So I know there's a lot of crazy energies at play that really have transpired this week. And it seems like there's this big transformative energy that's going on right now, like that things are shifting inside of people. And I love that this came out about, and talking about engaging your senses and creating. And we have the Empress here, and the Empress is the embodiment of creation, of creating and being creative. And with the Page of Wands, that's that desire, the desire to create, the desire. And I love on this Judgment card how it ties in that, it's like her soul is being free. And, it looks like she's finally getting this sense of freedom, this sense of, of acceptance, of belonging, of being where she needs to be, like feeling this freedom, and I love how this ties in with the statement from the Essential Oils card, where it said that divide between your head and heart is leaving, and this is talking about that leaving, that heavy feeling that maybe has been holding you down in the recent past. The energy is shifting, and you're no longer gonna feel that weight. Something is lifting off of you, lifting away from you, because your that division that you felt is leaving, and through that your heart is opening up. And if you stay in the energy of possibility and excitement for new opportunities, and understand that every moment holds that new opportunity, and embracing it instead of sitting in confusion, and just going with what feels right in your heart and soul, I think great things are going to transpire for us this week. This is beautiful. This is one of the reasons I absolutely have fallen in love with tarot, because of these kind of messages that come through. I'm trying to, I think I do want to use the Gilded Tarot. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot deck to clarify. That's what's feeling right. So let's go ahead and start in our clarification here. Clarify this Empress. What can we do? What do we got for this to clarify this Empress, please? Look at that, the Independence, Nine of Pentacles. That's a sense of freedom too. A sense of freedom from the past, breaking free from what has been holding us down, from the past that has been difficult, that we're finally breaking free of that. We're becoming independent and free of what has been weighing us down from our past. And then the Devil, I don't take that as a completely bad devil, because I feel like that's what we're breaking free of. You look at the Page of Wands, and she is like heading in a new direction. She's like, chucking her spear into something new. She's looking ahead, not looking back. And I feel like this Devil was something from the past, something we're overcoming, something we're getting past, is what I feel. Yeah, it's breaking free from the anxiety, the heavy thoughts, the things that were weighing us down, the things that were holding us back, breaking free from that, opening up our heart, where we've sat in confusion maybe in the past, where we thought we didn't know what to do or where to go, where we weren't sure, or maybe we felt like we didn't, we couldn't move, we felt like we didn't have opportunities available. Now we are beginning to see the opportunities for what they are. We're able to embrace them. We're, our intuition kicking in and seeing the opportunities are there, seeing that we can work on things, that we do have options, that we do have possibilities where maybe before we didn't see the possibilities, we didn't see the way forward. And that's what's freeing. That's what's lightening our load and freeing our energy. And where I love how this talked about that division between our heart and mind going away, that it's leaving, because I feel like this is talking about this devil energy. And you look at Eight of Swords is the embodiment of mental energy, like heavy mental thought plaguing us, and that's going away. That's where we've been plagued in our mind, where our head has been confusing us and leaving us in a state of confusion. It's almost like an ego death. I'm seeing this ego death, because if you think about, the Empress embodies that feminine energy within us. And that's a more nurturing, loving, heartfelt energy, where the Emperor is more, can be that, represent that more ego side of us. And so it's almost like we're reading and seeing right here on the table this ego death that's occurring. That's what's going away. The ego, we're letting go of things that have held us back, because they have maybe, where we've let our we've let our head, our mind, our head confuse us and keep us stuck, where we've maybe made decisions in the past based on our ego, or based on what we thought or perceived was right, because it was the logical thing to do, instead of listening to our intuition. And the shift here is that we're letting go of letting our mind get us trapped, and we're listening to our heart, we're listening to our intuition, and we're letting our intuition guide us and tell us where we need to go and what we need to work on. And by letting our heart guide us and letting it lead the way, it's opening new opportunities, and it's lightening the load. We're trusting in ourselves and in our intuition that we know what's best for us. And if we tie this back to this card, it's like that symphony that's being played, the music that's being played as our heart opens up, and the spark of the divine, we're letting our intuition and our heart guide us. And when we do that, we are more creative. We start embodying our feminine energy, and it doesn't matter whether you're female or male. If you're at tarot, I would hope, watching tarot, I hope that at this point, because I think most of us tarot readers have probably pounded in the ground that whether there's males or females on these cards, they're just an energy. They're not representative of a gender. So keep that in mind. Just because we say feminine energy, we all have masculine, we all have feminine energy within us. It's just certain qualities in a different type of energy, where and the masculine energy is more a commanding, action-oriented energy. The feminine energy is more creative and nurturing, and that aspect. It's just a little bit, it's that yin and yang, the opposite energies. And this is just so beautiful, because I think this card almost really encapsulates and the the feeling that I'm feeling off of this, like everything from this reading of this ego death, of letting go and letting your heart sing, letting it guide you, letting it show you the way, letting it transform your life, into something beautiful. Let it guide you. Beautiful, beautiful. I almost hate to get 3 final cards from the universe. I kind of almost want to leave it right there because I think it's been a beautiful message, but we'll go ahead and give the universe a chance to add anything more to this, anything it wants to add to this beautiful message of ego death and an awakening that's happening and occurring, where we're letting our hearts lead the way, where we're setting down our ego and our pride, setting down where we feel the need to control certain aspects of our lives, where the mental aspect of things, where we're letting, where our head has confused us because we've let it get in the way. We've used our logic to fight our intuition and what our intuition has been telling us for too long, and we're finally giving in and saying, I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm going to listen to my heart and give in and do what feels right for me. Beautiful. I think this is so beautiful. And then the Empress comes out again to reinforce that message of creation, of that this is the time to create your life. This is the time to follow your heart. This is a time to listen to your intuition, to create your song, to create your melody, to create the life that you want. And what that is. And what that is by listening to your intuition. You're going to be able to charge forward in the truth and the knowing that you know who you are. This embodies, the Empress knows who she is. She knows everything about her, and she takes all of that in stride. She knows the good and the bad qualities of herself, and she doesn't let it hold her back. She uses everything of who she is, her true authentic self, to move in the world and create the life that she wants to create. And she attracts things to her. She sits on her throne and she commands in a way a presence that is loving and nurturing and attracts everything to her to make her life the life that she wants to lead. So beautiful of a message. I really hope that you enjoyed this message this week. I know I did. I hope you did too. Please feel free to leave any comments down below. Real quick outro before, if you want to listen to it. I am been changing some things up on my channel, so please bear with me as I do that of my readings. I'm trying to figure out how I want to proceed forward with my channel based on some of the changes that YouTube made back in February. That has made things a little bit more challenging for me as a part-time reader. So I'm trying to figure out what works best for me and will work best, going forward. So please bear with me as I try and navigate and figure out what type of readings I want to do. I'm probably going to do more readings like this, but more random when the mood strikes me. So you probably can stay tuned for seeing some of those occasionally. I'm trying to get away from the longer readings. I have considered doing maybe more pick a card readings. I have thought about that. I'm really just trying to figure out what works with my schedule and to provide you some good content as well. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Leave any comments that you wish to share. I do absolutely do read all comments. So I thank you so much, and I wish you the best, and thank you for joining me this week. Joy, love, and light.